Yippee! Sorry, I would have been a little sooner, but I can't really cut that song off. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Desert. Welcome in early. Good to see you here. Um, yeah, it's Monday. Oof. Again, the beginning of a week. Again, could be the beginning of good things. Could be at the end of the first day of a garbage week. Just depends on your situation. So far, it's good for me. It was a pretty good day. It's nice and peaceful. I guess because it's a holiday week, nobody wants to do anything, and that's just grand in my book. Drink your coffee if you got them. I I'll go ahead and say it now. This is a new camera. Um, it's better in some respects and not better in other respects. It's mostly better in all the ways I need it, so that's the important bit. Um, First of all, let me show what it is. I have the box here. It is the same brand as the previous one, which is still a great camera. Really, really great camera. It's served me very well in the short time that I have been using it. It is completely still functional. I just have it unplugged and off to the side because I wanted something a little bit, a little bit more capable. The one I was using was a ObSpot. That's the brand OBSBOT ObSpot. The other camera and this one are both the same brand. I liked it enough to go with the same brand. That tells you something. The other one was like a 1080p, but it could do like 60, 100 frames per second. Smaller resolutions, like 720, it would do like 120 frames. So it could do really high frame rate, high quality video and recording. This one can too, but with the addition of 4K. It's not fast 4K, it's 30 FPS. So even though I'm streaming at 60 FPS, I believe, I'll have to double check my settings for that. The video frame rate on this is 30. So it may be a little lag looking, but I'm not doing fast-paced stuff. I'm painting. I prefer a higher resolution over the speed. And if it ever becomes a problem, I'll find a replacement someday. But this was the most cost-effective option. The other benefit is the other one was on a gimbal. And though it can work upside down, it had some limitations. And I didn't want to ever really be moving it a whole lot. It didn't really make sense to. I wanted something with better capability. And the other good benefit of this one is it's got a much faster autofocus. So if I put this up here, it switches to it and focuses on it immediately and then goes right back to my background. So the focus on it is what I was really looking at, and it looks fantastic. So I'm super thrilled with that. And then finally, the main reason I wanted a 4K camera up here, even though it's not the best 4K and it doesn't have an optical zoom, it gives me the capability to use digital zoom, which I was not using before. So now I've got things like this. So I can zoom in on the components that I'm working on, and give you a closer view of my workspace. It may not be the whole overview, but we can switch between those when we want, right? And I still have my same versions with the LCARS border around it, but I added a new one for that one with the zoom stuff too. But yeah, I figured this is nice. It gives a nice zoomed in view of the painting and a nice zoomed in view of the palette so people can see when I'm mixing and grabbing colors and all that fun stuff. So yeah. And also, were I in full screen mode like this on one camera, I can zoom in and then put stuff in the middle of the screen to show you a close up of like, look, fill in the blank thing. So I think that's pretty handy. So that's enough faffing about with camera stuff. I'll put it on this one for now and put that to the side. What am I doing today? Well, as per my recent usual, I come up with things at the very last damn minute. So that's where we are. This, we had this already traced from like a month or so back. So it's something that I could get right to painting on. And I kind of like how it looks. You clearly can tell that it's AI generated and not great at it, but enough to get the job done. But we can try to work with it, see what we can do. And then assuming I finish with this in an hour-ish or so, maybe at the end of the stream, we can squeeze out one or two mineral paper paintings. It's been a minute since we've done that. If we have time, we'll see. So yeah, I already pre-taped this down because I knew it was going to be awkward to tape down because it's in landscape, and I taped it to my board, clipboard here in portrait. So there's a tiny bit of paper that overhangs, and I didn't want to be messing with that on stream, so I just taped it ahead of time. But I'll press it down to make sure it stays firmly in place. And I'll go ahead and spray my palette. Right, I'll let that sit there and stew in its juices for a minute. Colors, I hadn't really thought about what colors we're going to do for this. I did have one idea for some part of it, the trees. I'm thinking I kind of want this to be like a cavern, but the trees are inside the cavern. But that made me think, when are trees inside a cavern? They're not. But in a fantasy world, what purpose would they serve? And I figure they're just going to be glowing trees. It's going to be a fantasy cave. I'll try to get some little cave type, like roof walls and everything. Cave walls. I'm saying things weird. In the background and to the sides, but mostly just kind of out of view. Just like a suggestion that you're in a cave, but really the focus is on the ground. And I'll try to do like maybe like a yellowish color for the trees, and then have them kind of fade into the background. So they like are creating ambient light for the area. And then the crystals, we could just pick crystal colors. We can do like some greens and some blues and some other side things. We'll see. Oh, that actually made me realize I could actually come hither. Oh, it's far away. I got it. Maybe we can use these metallic paints. Might be a good time to utilize these guys. And see, now that I've got a camera that actually focuses without me needing to like put my hand behind it or anything silly, you can actually read this. So maybe we'll use some of these, especially the plum purple and the jasmine yellow that are super pretty. I bet those would probably go really pretty on some crystals since they're iridescent. So maybe we'll take these out and we'll play with them. If anything, I can put like a base coat of some similar color tones in the crystals, kind of faint, and then add the metallic or iridescence on top of it. So I'll go ahead and open this and get this set out. When I used it last, I put it back up in here just to kind of keep it safe and in place. I'll put this over here. Yeah, sure, why not? Yep, it's all still here, all still nice and pretty. Now you can actually see the colors because, again, I can put it right up to the camera and focus on it. It looks pretty. And all of the iridescents are these bottom four right ones on the bottom. Jasmine yellow, sea green, plum purple, and strawberry red. So those are the ones that are kind of like shimmery. It's kind of hard to see. You can see some of it in the pan. All right, enough yakking. I'll put that over here for now, just to keep it safe. Let me grab my brush. Well, it's actually smart to think about. We can do the background and the trees first, I think. And I think maybe we do it upside down. I know, weird, right? I think because I want to be able to cover a good portion of the area with water to wet it down well, including as close as I can get to the crystals. But the crystals need to have some kind of glow as well. And I guess to start with, a white glow as close as I can get. So what I might do is get water all over the upper portion of this, dip down into the middle, up and around the crystals, but as close to them as I dare, covering the trees completely. I'll hit the trees with a yellowish color to give them that glow. And then I'll choose like Payne's Gray or my Indigo or something to kind of do the background here. And then I'll try to make some hidden shapes in there. And then as it dries, we'll turn it around and we'll get to work on the crystals. I think that makes the most sense. The only reason I think upside down is because then I can get into some of these crannies. But if I'm not going to get immediately close to the inside of these, I can do it right side up. I was just thinking that if I was going to go truly to the edge of the crystals and do color to the edge, upside down makes sense. But I don't think I need to. I think I could probably make do with it like this. So, um, because of that, I'm going to choose a larger round brush, I think, a size 12. I can finally show them and you can actually read them. I guess I'll put them on this side. My size 12 Princeton round brush, Heritage Collection. Yeah. Go ahead and grab some water. I'm going to do wet on wet. So I'm going to go ahead and wet that whole section down. All right, and let's pick on a yellow. Um, Actually, I kind of like the metallic. I might end up doing that. I didn't wet these down, but let's look at the green one here. Kind of neat. They are they are plants, so it kind of makes sense for it to be that kind of color. Let's see. Just put some right up the middle and just go along some of the paths here of the branches. I don't even want to be too precious about it. I just want to kind of get some color down. I mean, the purpose is that this is supposed to glow, all right? Mm-hmm. Shoot them out of the way. You hit this Payne's Gray area over here. Hit over here. On the road for a minute. All good. Take your time. Be safe out there. People are crazy. Just get some up in there. Some in between. And bring some of this out. To brighten up the area around these a little better. And hang. Excuse me. Turn this up a little bit. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hey, Goddess, welcome in. Yep, I'm working on some crystals. How are you doing today? Good. Had a lot of morning this morning. I had a lot of fun this morning. You saw in Discord that I was playing Subnautica Below Zero. Yeah, I was. It was a couple weeks ago. I need to go back in, but yeah, I was having fun playing it. I started playing it when I saw you were playing it, and having the day you were having troubles getting it running because it was doing all the weird, fun patterns on the screen. Yeah. The ocean of like my love, so many shores we must rise above. As the action cosplay, you're already falling. It's calling. A sun that is coming through. It's already falling. The world that is calling is you. Need to balance, take a power, trust your feelings. It's easy now. Understand the voice within. If the change already beginning, no. Twitch no longer seems to work on Safari for watching people. You have to use a different browser. That's weird. Why would it do that? It's either some kind of glitch or some kind of push to get you off the browser for some reason. But I mean, it's Apple's browser, so I would think they would be supporting that. Maybe some kind of bug. Oh, and come again tonight. Tonight. How many words have I got to say? How many times will it be this way? Already falling, falling you. Already falling, the world that is calling is you. The finding for it seems is melted by the things. Right and strong. And continue to find thing behind. Lord, and just telling me down tonight. Again tonight. Tonight. Um, okay. You know, my conspiracy mind says corporate maneuvering. Yeah, clearly. It's not a conspiracy if it's the truth. I mean, it is, but yeah, it is the truth. Still a conspiracy. Let's see. So I've got yellow on the right side next to these trees and yellow on the left side next to those trees or tree. It's just a little bit of a brighter yellow and some spots. So I'm going to hit it with some of that metallic paint as well. So it's probably mostly dry. I'm going to hit these with some more color too. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. For you. Someone couldn't break you. And there's the brains down and African. Really, Bon Jovi did a version of this? I didn't know that. I think a more current band did a version. Weezer, I think. Do I play Baldur's Gate 3? I have a few times. We paid for Baldur's Gate 3 when it was early access a long time ago. Way back when it was not fully the game that it is today and was very buggy. And played it more recently, of course, myself and my boyfriend. I haven't beaten it yet, but we've gotten close. We've not gotten to Baldur's Gate yet in any playthrough. We just kind of play for a little bit and then come back to it. And we play for a little bit and come back to it. And by the time we come back, we've forgotten everything we've done. So we say, fuck it. We make a new version, like a new save. So yeah. Yeah, we have a habit of that. A lot of times we'll, or at least I do, when we'll play a game and then we're really into it and we'll play it for 8 hours a day, every day for like a weekend. And then the next weekend comes and we're like, that was fun, but exhausting. Let's take a little break from it. And then we don't go back. And then a year or two later, we'll be like, hey, you remember that game we really liked? And we'll go back and start it all over again. Two blue back there, buddy. Let's take some of you. That just have one side. You go really dark. Like with this one. That might be a little too dark. See how it goes over here. I don't know what this is. Oh. That's just a touch too dark. Okay. Let's look at our metallics. I'm going to use some of this jasmine yellow. Okay. I don't know how well this is going to show up on here. We'll find out. Okay. Excuse me. All right. This song is called "Just Get Through the Night" by Styx. Oof, that song was wearing me out. I can't go wrong. There's touch around. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'm going to do this one. I can just play this, leave it on. It's hard. I'll turn and help and water good ways. All right. Think we're good to peel this guy. I don't really want to do too much more on it. I'm happy with it being kind of pale. Just have to remember the last side I did. This one. Whoops. Yeah, kind of good. Trap has so only what I can afford. That's everything. I'm gonna get some out to play. Let's now get to tasty. Well, um, I'll make you again. You didn't care about something. Wasn't so kind. I wasted time. I wasted me. So sad, slow for my age. A late bloomer. Okay. I'm not a kid. Some pride and some joy. That's enough. That's enough to screw up time. The fact that one could first can't know. Say I'm good one and a good fuck no good. I couldn't be all that I am. Those are rich. I don't know. Into okay. I am going to fill what remaining time I have left today doing a mineral paper, random abstract, because I feel like it and I've got time to burn. Okay. But All right. I had done 40 steams, Travis, I had 1,002. Mm. All right, let's turn that down. Uh, I think that's about as much as I can do tonight. Clearly, I'll try to do better next time and have a plan and have more stuff going on. But we did a little bit. We got ourselves a little crystal cave thing going on here. Got some metallics mixed in with that too. Metallics are always hard to show on camera, even the new one. I have to find a way to make them pop. But there's like, you can see hints like here, where the gold reflects, right? And like when that yellowish color kind of pops in the crystal, but it's really hard to see. I think unless you lay it on thick. So I understand. And then, the other bit that I can't do anything with because it's got to sit here and dry for hours to finish up. So you can pretty much see what it's going to become. But yeah, these always end up random and go crazy and do whatever they want. Um, and my goal, I think maybe next time, at the end of the day, I want to get a lot of smaller mineral papers. So I'll probably take one of the big sheets like this and cut them down small and do a bunch of different kinds of colors and designs on the small ones. So we don't just get one like this, we get a few, or double a few, somewhere in there. That's a phrase you never hear. Double a few. I'll take double a few. You mean half a dozen? No, double a few. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. That was stupid. But yes, I think I'm gonna stop there. And I got a little bit to clean up. I got to clean my brushes before anything really sets in them. My water got so dirty that I don't think they're cleaning out very well. So I'm going to clean them up, clean up my dishes, and let this dry. And don't mess with it, because that's when I mess things up by messing with it. So, yep, that's it. Goddess, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Desert, you may still be on the road, but if you are or if you aren't, be safe. Let me do the shout outs for you guys real quick. All right. Desert Dragon Lover, you were in first today, so I just did you first because it was on my brain. She does amazing watercolor work, so please check out her streams. Goddess Whispers, you do a little bit of everything now. You do half gaming, half crafting, I would say, especially when you're addicted to a couple games. You'll play them like crazy, which is wonderful. So check out Goddess. She's been playing a variety of things recently. She was playing, why can I not, Bioshock. I had space on my name. I was playing Bioshock for a little bit the other day, playing Subnautica, for Below Zero. I always forget the name of that one, Below Zero. And then you're playing 70 to Die. So you're just all over the place, which is amazing. And on top of that, crochet and watercoloring and any other crafting you can get your hands on. You're just multi-talented. So please check out both of them. I'm not even going to bother raiding tonight because I'm beat and I don't feel like hunting for anyone. So have a great night. I'm going to head out and I will see y'all later. Bear out. Bye.